in control. Chelsea knockout to Knowles. Brings it out to the scoreboard wing to Pratt. Pratt takes it, handballs over. Conlon onto the right foot. Finds Moulton. Centres the ball. Into goal. That's first blood to Edithvale Aspendale. And that's Paul Bardoel with the first goal on the board. Overcast conditions today. Bit of rain earlier on, but seems to have cleared for the game. Umpire McBurney again. Cochrane for Edithvale Aspendale and Ritchie for Chelsea. Cochrane gets the tap. Brett Wright onto his left foot. A high ball. Savage knocks on. Eldridge. And Eldridge will take the kick. Puts it into the half-forward line for Chelsea. Howlett, ball punched away. The ball's knocked over. It's in the forward pocket with Craig Dale racing to it, but he carries it over the line. Shannon, he breaks away, he's caught, poor kick. Mullen out to Cutler from centre half forward, puts it in right into the square, and a good mark taken down there. And that looks like Hopgood. No, actually it's Dyer. Dyer's with the ball. Pretty tight angle. Kicking to the Carr Street end. Umpire moves across a bit, but no, it's a goal. And that's levelled the score at the 1 minute mark of this first quarter of the Division 1 first grand final at Frankston Park. Good crowds turned up for this game despite the early rain. The field umpires are Mark Thorpe, experienced Division 1 umpire, and Neil McBurney. David Kemp and Craig Madley on the boundaries. McBurney bounces down again. Ritchie gets the knockout. Pratt pushes his way through, and Pratt's been penalised, but they've called play on. Dyer's got it in the forward pocket. He can't gather it. Craig Dale breaks away, but he's collared. The umpire says it was held to him. Robertson and Cochrane. Cochrane can't get the ball away, but falls loose. A one-handed knock-on. And that was King. Now it's Sinclair. The 50-metre penalty's been paid. This has got to put him well in contention for a goal here. Only 15 metres out. Directly in front. And Rod Cutler to take this kick. Cochrane on the mark. He's made sure of that, and that's a good goal to Chelsea. That takes them to the lead. 2 goals, 12 points, leading Edithvale Aspendale 1 goal, 6 points.
And you're watching the Mpnfl Grand Final on MPTV.
Martello into the ruck, but taken by Ritchie. He's ridden into the ground by Martello. And Ritchie's taken the ball. He kicks out, finds Stewart. It's Graham Stewart. Puts it out onto the half-forward lane. A strong mark by Howlett. He plays onto his right foot. In the centre half forward, Savage can't mark. King pushes him out in the way. And Glenn Stewart will take a kick. He plays on. Goes into the forward flank. Finds Barnett. It's down looking for Dyer. Gets one hand to it. Can't play it. Shannon breaks away. Takes a bounce. And Pratt takes a mark on the half-back line for Edithvale Aspendale. Plays on. Kicks down to the centre wing. And Eldridge is tackled, but no. Free kick paid. Martello's got the ball, centre wing. Dodges around Stewart. Puts the ball into centre half forward. Giggins can't mark. Sinclair takes it. He handballs over to Giggins. Giggins into the centre. Looking for Cutler. Cutler traps it. Goes onto his left foot. Looking for Savage. But King's in front. And takes a mark.
Afternoon, Russell.
Afternoon, Mick.
As we see EDS transferring play across the ground as they do so well here at Frankston, and already we've seen in this game some hard tackling, something that was lacking in yesterday's game. All out attack it was in the second division grand final, but we see already a much tougher game of football as EDS going into attack again towards half forward, but standing in the way there looks like Eldridge. Bull Eldridge. Switching again back to that grandstand wing. Going high out there though is Bardoel, back in this game after suspension. And Bardoel goes wide. Finds a man out there. Now the kick comes in towards full forward. A beautiful looking pass. And that's found Mandolo, Paul Mandolo. Just inside 50. Two goals straight Chelsea, 1 goal straight EDS. Mandolo comes in. Good looking drop punt. It'll land in the square. Up they go. Ball comes to ground, almost taken off the pack there, but finally rushed through for one behind. The first behind of the game as Edithvale Aspendale 1-1-7, trailing Chelsea, who started brightly in this game. 2 goals straight, 12 behind, 12 points. 10 minutes gone. First quarter, first division grand final. The kick comes out towards Pratt and he's marked it just outside 50. Goes short, Mandolo's on the lead. Got his hands to it, couldn't collect it. Picked up again but there by Bartholomew. Squares it up. Martello's in there. The ball spilled free. The umpires pull out a free kick. It'll go Chelsea's way. And this looks like Moulton. Going across the face. Kick comes dangerously in towards centre half forward. Collecting it there on the run was Roberts. Roberts getting clear. Now here's a chance for Smith. Tim Smith, high towards full forward. In front there was Cochrane. It's tapped away. Now Chelsea clearing again. They're defending well. Out wide there it comes again. Down the grandstand flank. On a long lead out there was Savage. He's collected. Quickest to recover is the Chelsea defence. In towards Duff on the wing. He gets a handball away. Now Chelsea's away. Down towards half forward. Coming through strongly there was Dasher Moulton. Tackled without the ball. He'll take the free kick. Robertson picking up Moulton there on the forward line as Moulton kicks in towards centre half forward. Up they go. Ball's thumped away. Bartholomew. Now Mullen. Oh, gives it straight to Martello. Martello on to Cochrane. Can he get clear to Bardoel? Bardoel running into an open goal. Puts it on his boot and it's straight through. EDS back in front. 2 goals, 1-13, leading Chelsea. 2 goals straight, 12.
And you're watching MPTV Sport.
It was last night.
I can't. Worse than yesterday.
Yeah.
5 o'clock.
Good session?
Oh, yeah, it wasn't too bad in the end. They're all down at the Baxter Tavern.
You already been there? Umpire McBurney in charge now. Cochrane and Ritchie to do battle. No real clear knockout there. Ball's taken forward by Edithvale Aspendale. Onto Moulton. The ball beats them all over in that right forward pocket for Edithvale Aspendale. Martello will do the ruck work down on the forward line. Smith over the top. He's tackled. The umpire says that he held it too long. And Barnett. Umpire said that he was infringed, going for the ball there and take a kick. I think that's Ashley Roberts out there. Long kick in, centres the ball. Jostling for positions. Cutler's got hold of it, can't break clear, and the umpire says, no, you don't, and that's well tackled. League best and fairest winner Mick Bartholomew is going to take the kick, approximately 20 metres out, almost directly in front of goal. He's made sure of that. And that's Edithvale Aspendale 3-1 to Chelsea, 2 goals straight.
Crofty couldn't make it.
Haven't seen him. Couldn't get in touch with him. And
Probably doesn't know where to go. I was hoping he'd be here, so.
So was I. You want it?
Umpire Mark Thorpe, his first appearance in the final series. Puts it down, Cochrane gets a tap away, Cutler's in there, can't quite get his boot to it. Teddy Turner gets the kick away. Now there's a chase for the ball out on centre wing. Moulton in front, leading it. Does it well. Runs around onto his right boot. Kicks in towards full forward. The Chelsea defenders come out. They're defending grimly as it comes to Giggins. Gets a little handball away. Now is a chance for Aitchison. Aitchison going right across the face of goal. Foster's out there. Can't trap the ball, it runs out of bounds. 20 metres away. Medias in attack. Big punch away from the pack. A chance for Chelsea again as they push it out wide towards that boundary line. They're pretty slippery over there in that pocket after the rain overnight and this morning, and the ball's out of bounds once again. They forced it about 30 metres further around. We're about 45 metres away from the Edithvale Aspendale goal. So we've gone 12 minutes in this first quarter. Ediat's leading by 7 points. Taking it out of the ruck there was Smith. Over to Brett Wright. Brett Wright steadies. His shot goes across the face, out of bounds on the full, and a relieving free kick will go Chelsea's way.
Usually pretty reliable on that left foot, Mick. Brett Wright, one of the danger men around that half forward line with the big long left footers into the goals.
Kicks looking for Moulton, but Bardoel's in front, and Bardoel's held a strong mark and copped one across the back of the ears for good measure. He'll kick from about 55 metres. Handball's off to Wright. Wright now. A second attempt onto the left boot. Swinging around towards the goal square. They fly high, but there's a Chelsea free kick down there, I think.
I think a mark's been paid to Smith. At the back of the pack.
It has too. Tim Smith. Must have used his body well in there. I thought he might have given away the free kick. Smith runs around onto the boot. And he's put it through. 4 goals, 1 now. Good start to Edias. 4 goals, 1, 25. Leading Chelsea 2 goals straight, 12.
You're watching the Mpnfl Grand Final on MPTV.
Well, I don't know about you, I find it very hard to see what's going on up there.
So the perspex is distorted. Cochrane gets a tap out that time. Looks like Stack's on the mill again. Graham Savage getting out from the bottom of the pack. Cutler takes the ball. And Troy Shannon marking in defence for Edithvale Aspendale. Senders the ball looking for Cochrane, and a strong mark taken by Cochrane. It's going to be a telling factor in this game. He handballs on, finds Moulton. Down for Bartholomew. Pratt's in there, can't take it. Ball comes out again. Over to Duff. Duff onto the half-forward line for Chelsea. And Cochrane once again taking another mark. He runs on. Drives it back into the centre looking for Wright. Wright and Stewart doing battle and locking arms, and the umpires felt that Wright was the infringer. Graham Stewart plays on. Goes out to the wing. Finds Shannon again. And Glenn Stewart. The ball beats them all over the line and out of bounds. Robertson doing battle with Cochrane in the ruck now. Another ball up by umpire McBurney. Bardoel leads out, gets a handball out, can't be gathered. Wright's onto it, he handballs on again. So Conlon looking forward to Madola, he can't trap it. But umpire McBurney says he got a push.
I don't think there was much in that one, Russell. Nevertheless, Madola will kick for goal from about probably about 50 metres by the time he kicks it. Edias leading by 13 points. We've played only 17 minutes in this first quarter. Ball Madola. Nice looking kick off the boot, straight through the centre. Goal number 4, goal number 5 to Edithvale Aspendale. 5 goals, 1 they move to. Now leading Chelsea 2 goals straight, 12. Goal number 4.
He's been kicking him anyway. Had a pin here, haven't you?
Need a special comments man. Keep track of all those things.
Get on the phone and see if we can get one. Lost me pin too. Not having a good day.
Back into the centre. Cochrane gets another tap away. Does his own roving. They pile on top of him though. Ritchie. The umpire's called for a bounce. Ritchie and Stewart going in there. Good battle so far in the centre. Brett Wright getting away from Graham Stewart on a couple of occasions, but Stewart had a good match last week. Ritchie and Cochrane again winning the tap. Finally, Edias gets a kick away towards full forward. Almost a mark down there. Play on, says the umpire, as Eldridge gets clear. Kicks towards centre half forward. Shannon's there. Can't take the mark, but Edias does take the mark through Dale Moulton. Runs off straight away to Turner. Turner out looking for Pratt. Pratt's clear on centre wing. Has a look. On the lead is Martello. Martello goes up in the centre of the pack but can't take it. Comes down to ground again. Chelsea now running out of danger as the kick comes towards Ritchie. Ritchie handballing off. That's Hopgood. He's claimed from behind. And now a chance for Mullen again. Handballs off to Shannon. Shannon back into the danger zone for Chelsea. Big pack of players gathers down there. Stewart. Now they're out of trouble. They try the grandstand wing, but it's 3 EDF players out there onto one. Coming through strongly there was Savage. Gets a handball back. Who's there? It's all Edias as they kick in towards the centre of the ground. Martello takes the mark, but meanwhile a Chelsea player's gone down.
I think umpire Thorpe was making a report for a high elbow. Can't see the player that was down, but it was definitely an elbow raised, and I think it was Craig King was the offending Edithvale Aspendale player. And as the rules state, he's being ordered from the ground.
Peter Bardoel going down to centre half back to replace King. This looks like Hopgood with the ball, the youngster. Goes short. Barnett and Chelsea away, down towards half forward. They fly high out there. Another clearing kick by Edias. The defence starting to work well. Comes to Smith.
Behind play, Bardoel and Savage, and Stewart are into it. In front of the scoreboard, there's punches being exchanged left, right and centre. Emergency umpire's got that under control.
And meanwhile, there's an Edithvale Aspendale mark at half forward. Little chip pass comes in towards centre half forward, and Willie Duff takes the crumbs. Handballs away to Cutler. Cutler goes short again, looking for Howlett. Well picked up by Howlett, but his handball misses the target. Howlett again. Over to Sinclair. Sinclair dodging to Hopgood. Now, this is a more promising build-up by Chelsea. Hopgood at half forward. Not quite sure what to do with it. Finally gets a handball away. Back to Hopgood. Now a snap for goal. It's going close. Turner in the goal square. Didn't get a hand to it.
Fine goal by Hopgood.
As we see Brett Wright leaving the ground. 3 goals straight, 18. Chelsea 5-1-31, Edias.
It would appear that Brett Wright's been reported in that incident on the grandstand side of the ground. I couldn't see who he was supposed to have struck, but he's been ordered from the ground. Umpire McBurney was in control over there, as was emergency umpire Armstrong. And it's an interesting start to the game.
Whistle blows at the bounce, and it's a free kick going Edias' way. They've only got 16 players, but at least we're seeing a little bit of real football here today, Russell. As Cochrane, the ruckman, takes the kick, goes out wide. Leading in the race out there is Barnett. Traps it. Now he'll go onto his left boot, looking for Savage. Savage, the ball bounces off his chest. Coming in strongly there was Conlon. Oh, they're going in hard. Getting a handball out to Bartholomew was Moulton. Kicks in towards centre half forward. It's all Chelsea theirs. Coming in was Giggins. Giggins
Must get a free
ridden
kick.
into the ground, and a free kick at centre half back, and he'll relieve the pressure.
No beg your pardons in this game, Mick.
Certainly not. As the kick comes out and marked by Turner. Turner on his left boot. Kicking in short to Madolo, and Madolo takes the mark inside 50. Handball straight off. Now, EDS player well claimed down there, and Chelsea again with a chance to run it out of trouble. Cutler now it is. Cutler down towards Duff on the wing, ahead of Shannon. Shannon playing back in the back pocket today. Picking up the resting Rovers. Willie Duff well down the ground. Duff looking for Savage. Thumped away from him though, and it's gone out of bounds.
At the 22-minute mark of this first quarter of the Division 1 Grand Final, Edithvale Aspendale 5-1-31, leading Chelsea 3 goals straight, 18. To throw in, Cochrane and Robertson. Ball's kicked down. Bardoel's can't take the mark. Ball taken away by Chelsea with a short pass into Sinclair. Sinclair runs through the wing onto the left foot. And Dyer takes a fine mark, fading back on Dale. And he's definitely a focal point for Chelsea, something they missed badly in that second semi-final. Was back in the side last week, provided them plenty of opportunities, and now he has a chance to put Chelsea's 4th goal on the board.
A very energetic customer is Dyer, and Craig Dale, who was the star of the second semi-final win, but he's going to have his hands full down there. Kick on the way.
Not much
Going
movement.
close, I think it's there. It is. Another goal to Chelsea. They move to 4 goals straight, 24, trailing Edithvale Aspendale 5-1-31.
You're watching the Mpnfl Grand Final on MPTV.
Get a little bit willing before done a few good bits so far.
Yeah. Chelsea need a couple more goals while
Those 6
yeah, they've only got 16 players.
Umpire McBurney in control. Robertson and Cochrane. Cochrane having the better of the duel so far. Gets the tap out again. Over to Conlon. He's knocked out of the way, but recovers well. Over to Barnett. Out to Stewart. He handballs on quickly. Looks like Hopgood. Into Dyer. It almost pulls on a one-hander. Can't get the handball away properly. Savage is in there. Martello, he clears. No mark can be taken. Cutler's in here. He puts it off the ground. Stewart's leading to the ball, but it beats everyone over the boundary line.
Chelsea need to make the most of this. They've got probably another 5 or 6 minutes while Edithvale Aspendale has only 16 players on the ground. EDS not being able to get it past half forward with the loose men in the Chelsea back line, but they've got to kick a couple of more goals as Cochrane gets a handball out. Up towards half forward again. It's all Chelsea there once more. Oh, they're fumbling around with it, but now it comes back to Barnett. Barnett has a look. Goes straight down the ground towards Ritchie, who's changing at centre half forward. Can't hold the mark. Coming through there was Barnett again to Ritchie. Good skills by the big man. Gets it off there to Campbell. Campbell towards full forward, but in front is Martello. And Aaron Martello will clear. Goes out wide towards the outer side. Looking for Bardoel. Over the top was Mullen, but it falls again for EDS as they move it further around. But I think that's gone out of bounds on the full. That was Ashley Roberts.
Looks like Eldridge to take the kick. Eldridge, centre wing, runs around, flows on, brings it onto the Chelsea half forward line. At the back was Martello, couldn't take it. Into Cochrane, and Cochrane is dominating in the air so far. He kicks long. Looking for Bardoel. Mullen punches from behind. Ball's knocked on by Knowles. Comes out to Barnett. Over to Eldridge. Duff in front.
Howlett.
And now Graham Stewart out in front of the small scoreboard. He plays on. Can't find anyone. Cochrane comes through again. Handball's over to Conlon. He can't take the ball. And there's Campbell. He can't hold it. Pratt loses it. Bartholomew, he clears. It's down behind play, but no free paid. Bardoel dives on the ball. Desperate football. Good passage of play, and now the umpire will ball it up. Umpire Thorpe's there. Cochrane do battle with Robertson. Another knock to Cochrane. Bardoel takes it, can't get it cleared. Umpire Thorpe says he was pushed and will take a free kick. Centre of the ground, kicking to the bay end.
25 minutes gone in this first quarter as the kick comes towards Tim Smith, who, casual as you like, takes it on his chest and wanders back. Tim Smith, part-time ruck rover, half forward, full forward.
Very handy and flexible player for the Edithvale Aspendale side. Looks like King's ready to come back on.
Tries the torpedo punt, it's not going to make the distance, and off hands, through for a behind. EDS, 5 goals to 32, leading Chelsea 4 straight goals, 24. And we've gone 27 minutes in this final quarter. Kick comes in, looking out there.
Sinclair's taken it.
Sinclair chips in front of him and takes the mark. Now it comes off to Cutler. Cutler going in towards Stewart in the centre. Takes a good mark and plays on straight away. Kicks down towards half forward looking for Savage. Savage out in front. Takes the mark. Plays on to Howlett. Howlett. He's gone wide. Collected as he kicked it, but play on. He's out there looking for Dyer. Dyer's a mile out in front of Dale. Runs around. Hooks it back towards Ritchie. Ritchie goes with one hand. Can't hold it. In they go in after it. Martello. Kick finds Conlon. Conlon. Up they go.
Great
there.
mark at the back to Barnett. King's back on the ground.
Cutler calling for it in the centre, and that's where it goes. The Chelsea rover. And going wide again. He's out looking for Duff, and Duff doesn't let him down and takes the mark. Plays straight on. They've got a man loose out there.
Glenn Stewart. He plays on into the forward pocket. Finds Graham Stewart. He runs on. Tries to centre the ball into goal. He's put it through. That's a brilliant goal from the pocket there. Glenn Stewart onto his namesake Graham, who's can have a very damaging part in this game if he's allowed to run loose. He and Wright are set for a big game, but Brett Wright's off the ground at the moment. Obviously been reported in the tussle at about the 15-minute mark of that game, that quarter, and That's 5-2 EDS, and Chelsea have brought it back to 5 straight goals.
30 minutes gone. Robertson again. Can't get a tap away. Cutler's there. Going in strongly was Pratt. Well done by Duff out to Howlett. Here's Ritchie. Dummies the handball. Now he gives it to Howlett. Howlett clear. Steadies. Goes goal. An awkward looking kick though. Offline. Through for one behind.
It's good movement by Ritchie. He's a big man and sold a couple of hand passes and a bit of a dummy and finally got it out to Howlett and unfortunately couldn't capitalise.
Not quite sure why he's playing on the forward line. He doesn't appear to be carrying an injury. Perhaps it's just a tactic of Coach Chris Bull, as Craig Dale, at the 32-minute mark, kicks in short and finds Troy Shannon, the youngster. Shannon. Pratt. Smith can't gather. Now he does. Borks. Goes around on the left. The handball comes for Conlon. Conlon running backwards. Handball to Cochrane. Stuart Cochrane. Finally they get a kick in as the siren goes for quarter time. 1 point the difference here after the first quarter of the Mpnfl First Division Grand Final. 5-2-32 Edithvale Aspendale, the flag favourites, leading Chelsea 5 goals 1-31.
Right.
Umpire Thorpe to get play underway in this second quarter. First Division Grand Final. Michael Ritchie back into the ruck for Chelsea. He's going in against Cochrane. Cochrane a backhander. No one can get it away clearly. A chance there for Bartholomew. Kicked off the ground. Here's Barnett. Barnett dodges out of a tackle nicely. Goes out wide looking for Campbell. Campbell's there and so is Robertson. Robertson taps it back for Campbell. He can't collect it. Coming through is Moulton. Martello. Now EDS get clear. In towards Bardoel. It beats him. Chance for Smith. Tapping it on. Does it nicely. Handball comes out now to Conlon well down the ground, but I think his kick's astray. He's missed. 5-3-33 Edithvale Aspendale. 5-1-31 Chelsea.
Good pressure by the Chelsea defence then. Kept that Conlon, kept the pressure on him, and 1 point results. It's out to Glenn Stewart, he marks on the Edithvale Aspendale half forward line. Pratt on the mark. Brings it into the centre wing on the scoreboard side. Smith's up, gives Howlett a bit of a nudge, fades the hand pass, but then kicks along and kicks out on the full. So I go Connor to take it. He plays on. No, umpire McBurney's calling it back. Ted Turner to take the kick. Brings into half forward looking for Bardoel. He's in front. Takes a good mark. Conlon, he marks. 50-metre mark at 45-degree angle. He's going to have a go. There's a lead coming from Madolo, but led too early, pushed under it, and Aitchison has pushed him in the back. He'll kick from about 30 metres.
Well, I don't think it was so much that he pushed him there. I think it was just that Dave Aitchison landed on top of Madolo and umpire Thorpe saw fit to pay the free kick. I'm not sure about that one in the final on the forward line, but Paul Madolo will kick for goal. About 25, 30 metres out. Nice looking kick, fading away a little bit, but I think it's there. It's a goal to Edithvale Aspendale. First blood in the second quarter. 6 goals, 3-39. They're leading Chelsea now by 8 points. 5-1-31.
Who are your better players in that first quarter, Mick?
Hopefully we're not recording this, Russell, because I remember fucking recording.
That's about it, buddy.
Up they go in the centre again. Big run up by Ritchie, but he can't get the tap away. Now a chance for Sinclair. Sinclair balks, tackled. Now he gets a handball away. Duff, well picked up. Handball's off, and now a chance for Stewart. Stewart pushed off his kick. Moulton, kicking wide towards the wing. Conlon's out there, but a good mark. It was Mullen, in fact, and a good mark taken by Eldridge. Could have almost been 50 metres too.
He was looking to play on, but Conlon took the challenge and pulled him up.
Ritchie. Lead from Savage. Savage gets a nudge. Play on, says the umpire. Turner pushed off it. Sinclair kicking in danger.
I think you better count his fingers on that one. Martello let fly. Sinclair puts it in forward, looking for Dyer. He's not there. Shannon is interfered with. Now the umpire's called play on. Not really the advantage rule there. Cochrane, he's in the square, fumbles. Dale, he gets it clear out to King. King's tackled and the ball will dribble over the boundary line in the Chelsea's right half forward flank at the bay end of the ground.
They almost made a mess of that after being paid the advantage. Bartholomew, Cochrane, and Willie Duff almost got in between them all and pulled off a goal. Robertson, long kick towards the square. Going high was Dyer, but the ball's touched off hands, through for a behind.
It's a great effort by Dyer there. He's got plenty of agility, and he's going to run Craig Dale around all day.
Kick comes out looking for right. Howlett behind takes a magnificent mark. Kick swings around towards the top of the square. Craig Dale, though, over the back takes a strong mark. Handball straight off. Bartholomew. Kicking out looking for right. Right's behind. A bit of strong work in there. There's Chelsea. Chance to go back into attack. This is Stewart. Across the face of goal looking for Duff and finds him. Lovely pass. Willie Duff won't kick this distance. Dyer on the lead. Gets a nudge. The umpire says play on. There's a chance down there. Almost as Craig Dale comes in to relieve the pressure. Out to Turner. Turner goes wide again. And Edithvale Aspendale getting out of trouble. Down towards centre wing. Bardoel's out in front. Mullen's behind. Barnett. Glenn Stewart. Over Sinclair's head. Out they come. Chance here for Cutler. Screwing it back. Dyer and Dale. Dyer!
Great mark by Dyer. Great positioning. Both players are being pushed under the ball. Dyer once again faded back and he's showing the ball to Dale. The 5-minute mark. This will be a chance for Dyer to put Chelsea's 6th goal on the board, and that'll take them to within 1 point of Edithvale Aspendale. Just made sure of that.
6 goals, 3 EDS, 6 goals, 2 Chelsea. 1 point the difference, and we've gone 5 minutes into the second quarter of this grand final.
Cochrane and Ritchie to do battle. Umpire McBurney to bounce it down. Cochrane's taken another knock. Comes out to Pratt. He's tackled high. Brings it out onto the grandstand side. Smith in front. He can't take it. Chelsea player down. And the umpire says he'll have it and ball it up. No clear knockout then. Bartholomew, he can't get the ball clear. Roberts puts it in, and there's Michael Ritchie dropping back into the back line. Short pass, finds Barnett. He centres it again, looking for Glenn Stewart. Would have taken the mark, but was tackled high by Cochrane. Advantage rule not paid. Ball taken back.
Kick comes in looking for Dyer. Moulton dropping back. Handball smothered. Chance again for Chelsea. They go in after it. Picked up by Robertson. Snap towards goal. Miraculous goal by Chelsea. They've hit the front in this game for the first time. 6 goals, 3, Edithvale Aspendale. 7 goals, 2, Chelsea. And Chelsea starting to get on top in the centre. Edithvale Aspendale not getting enough from Brett Wright. Bartholomew's a bit quiet. And meanwhile, Glenn Stewart, Graham Stewart, Willie Duff doing very well at that centre bounce.
I think Robertson and Dyer are also providing a bit of activity on that forward line.
They've certainly made a difference in the preliminary final, and they're making it a big difference in the early stages of this game as Cochrane gets a little tap down. Comes back towards Eldridge. Eldridge paddling the ball in front of him. He's got 2 to beat. He's still got the ball. Eldridge, this is why they call him Bull as he barges his way through. Now Howlett. Handball comes out to Mullen. Clean bowls him. The umpire's found a free kick. It's going to go Edithvale Aspendale's way, and this is Sullivan, Mick Sullivan. Goes short for Bardoel. Looking for Smith. Big fly over the back and a punch away, but the umpire's found a Chelsea free kick. It's going to Barnett. Centre half back. Chelsea just starting to get on top in this game. Kick comes short to Campbell. Campbell running. Gets his kick. Bardoel's in the van. Ball's punched away from him. Only went with one hand. They pile on top of it on centre wing. There's going to be a bounce. Chelsea defence standing up very well early in this quarter. Robertson, Cochrane beats him, but Cutler's there to shark it. Gets his kick. Willie Duff's in there under the pack. Howlett spins out of trouble brilliantly. Trying to shrug off Tony Pratt, and the umpire's giving the free kick to Pratt, dropping the ball, and very fortunate, I thought, from this position.
Howlett had disposed of the ball. Pratt, he kicks into the centre half forward here, looking for Bardoel. Plenty of flyers. Richie knocks down. Wright's in there. He can't take it. The Chelsea players held. That's Barnett.
What a magnificent first half. This chap's playing on the half-back flank too. Gary Barnett.
Takes it out to the grandstand wing. Hopgood can't take it. Now he can. Drives it into the centre half forward area. Looking for Dyer. He's not there. King. Very tight tussle. Elbow raised and the fist goes out.
Was that King again?
Be interested to see if there's any reports come out of this.
The free kick's going to King, or at least it's going to Teddy Turner, King being unable to take it.
Turner, he takes it into the centre, looking for Roberts. He's in front and will get a push in the back. He plays on, goes on to the left foot. Looking for Wright, but falls short, and Graham Stewart takes it. He handballs on, looking for Giggins. Giggins into centre half forward, and Cochrane on his own takes it on the chest.
No player within 20 metres of Cochrane then, and Giggins has hit him on the chest.
Pack flies. Cutler can't take it. He knocks it out. It's taken away by Roberts. Pushes into the Edithvale half forward line. Smith overruns the ball. Wright, he can't take it. Stacks on Miller. Boot off the ground by Smith. Madolo's got it in the forward pocket. Snaps and put it through. At the 11-minute mark of the second quarter, Edithvale Aspendale 7-3-45, leading Chelsea 7-2-44.
Well, watching the Mpnfl Grand Final on MPTV.
Well, I thought the Eagles were a little bit fortunate to get that goal. Some loose checking by Aitchison at full back, and I thought some pretty lacklustre attempts at the ball by Smith and Wright earlier in the passage leading up to it, but the goal's on the board and it'll stand as we see a Chelsea mark. This is Robertson. A Chelsea player's gone down.
Turner and
That's
Savage
Savage.
have clashed.
That's
Moulton.
Moulton.
Moulton takes it. He handballs on. Shannon's got it. He's in trouble in that Chelsea forward line. Turner, he takes it away. Ball smothered by Sinclair, and the ball's hugging the boundary line. Still in play. Pratt has it. He tries to dodge around. Can't get it. Turner has it now. Knocks it out. Handball over to Mullen. He's under pressure. Taps the ball out again. Conlon onto Sullivan. Sullivan left foot. Poor kick. Savage, he takes it. Again, another fight on behind play. The ball plays on. And Howlett. Howlett marks Chelsea centre half back. Sinclair marks on centre wing. He handballs on. Giggins has got it. He looks for Dyer. Over the top, and Craig Dale defends well with a good strong mark.
I think there might have been a bit of squaring up going on in that little exchange down here on the flank. It was Craig King in the centre of it, and
Shannon breaks away, puts it into centre half forward, and Mullen takes it for Chelsea. He'll bring it out to the scoreboard side of the ground again, looking for Willie Duff. He takes the mark. Sinclair going past, but ignores that. Looks instead for Robertson. He slips at the vital moment. Sullivan hands out. Conlon. Smith fading back. Howlett's under the pack. He handballs over to Graham Stewart. He'll kick short, looking for Sinclair. Sinclair marks on the half forward line. Follows it around the boundary line. He'll put it in high for Dyer, but Cochrane's in front. He can't take it, and it stacks on the mill. And umpire McBurney will bounce the ball down about 20 metres out from goal for the Chelsea forward line. Cochrane and Robertson. Cochrane again gets the knockout. Moulton, he kicks forward to the left foot. Glenn Stewart onto the right foot, shoots at goal. Dale. King runs into Dale. Stacks on the mill once again in the goal square. Umpire McBurney will once again bounce it down. 7-3 EDS, 7-2 Chelsea. 15-minute mark. Cochrane, he'll try and knock it through. Not successful. Ball taken away by O'Connor. Howlett from behind. Can't hang on to it. Still in play. Savage. Handballs over to Sinclair. Sinclair onto the left foot. Snaps at goal. Ball goes high. Dyer's in there. Can't mark. And looks like a free kick to Dale for Edithvale Aspendale for an infringement.
EDS defending grimly as Dale switches play, looking for Martello. In the centre of the pack, couldn't mark, and the ball's gone out of bounds. Right on the 50-metre line, Chelsea into attack, grandstand side. 17 minutes gone as Edithvale Aspendale holding on to a one-point advantage. Back into play, and Ritchie gets a tap away to right. Can't control it. Comes to Cutler. Cutler snaps high. It's Dyer and Dale again. The ball bounces free. Coming in there to support was Turner. Shannon's in there. The ball goes to ground again. The umpire's whistle blows for a throw-in, and we're about 15 metres away from the Chelsea goal. Cochrane again gets a tap towards the boundary. Duff's there. Cutler squeezes a kick out somehow, but it's only gone as far as Dale Moulton. Moulton back towards the centre. Bardoel spilt what he should have taken. Coming through strongly was Mullen. Gets a handball away to Hopgood. Hopgood's off. Swinging onto his right boot. Now he puts it onto the boot. Cutler's there, but a strong Edithvale Aspendale mark. That's little rover Bartholomew. Straight off to Shannon. Shannon back into the centre again. Ritchie's there, and Ritchie marks safely. Handball's off again to Hopgood. Hopgood towards centre half forward. They fly from behind. Here's Moulton again relieving the pressure. Off to Bartholomew. What'll he do with it this time? This time he finds Bardoel, and Peter Bardoel will settle things down. Borks kicks towards centre half forward. Up there went Sullivan and couldn't hold it. The Chelsea defence working overtime again as we see Eldridge switching play across looking for Stewart. Duff's behind him, and Duff takes the mark. Willie Duff doing well in this game, looking for Howlett. Howlett behind Pratt, had his eyes on the ball and took a strong mark. Good duel out there, Howlett getting on top. Centres the ball up, Dyer's on the lead. Got the set and takes
Great
the
mark
mark.
by Dyer. Bit of trouble with his boot. He's really livened up that Chelsea forward line from the second semi-final. They were very badly lacking a forward. Now they've got options in Dyer. Robertson can drop back there, and Savage at centre-half forward, providing a lot more options. A goal here will put them 5 points up at the 17-minute mark to Torpedo. Falls short. Picked up by Sinclair. Sinclair throws onto the left foot, snaps. Snaps well, and it's a goal.
You're watching the Mpnfl Grand Final on MP2V Sport.
Is this coming off?
Down.
Sullivan off, Ricky Hart on for Edithvale
Richie gets the
Aspendale.
knock. It's tight in the centre. Handball comes out by Cutler, finds Richie. Dyer leads the way. Craig Dale falls back. Out to Troy Shannon, who goes on the left foot. And Barnett punches away. Savage gets the ball out. Cochrane overruns it. Finally picks it up. He'll kick to the forward pocket for Edithvale Aspendale. And the ball beats them all over the boundary line. Ball's thrown in. Richie from behind. Gets it out. Sinclair has it now. He handballs long, looking for Hopgood. Beautiful play by Hopgood, running around. Kick taken now by Sinclair. He's caught. Ball put right across the ground now. Willie Duff's out there. He's got 2 to beat and beats them both. Puts it in, looking for Dyer. Dyer can't take it at the back. Dale's in there. Ball's handed out. Craig Dale will clear with a big long kick. No one out there though. Eldridge is first in, but can't take it ball.
Great play by Duff out there. He's really proving a handful on that forward line. 2-on-1, and he did the job very nicely as the ball comes back into play. True centre wing position. Richie gets a palm to the ball. Who's down there? Pratt's there. Tony Pratt gets clear and goes long. Good looking kick. Looking for Conlon, and Conlon running back with the flight of it. Took it on his chest. Reece Conlon. He's going short. He could have had a shot there. He's looking for Bardoel. Who's behind? Edithvale Aspendale mark behind.
It's like Bardoel.
Peter Bardoel. To kick from about 20 metres. They're trailing by 5 points. Trailing no longer, as that's an EDS goal, and they move to 8 goals 3, 51, leading Chelsea 8 goals 2, 50.
Bardoel certainly a danger man on that forward line. He's moved from centre-half forward down to the true full forward position. I think he may have been injured slightly in a clash in the first quarter, but good strong mark then, so he's probably on the road to recovery.
Madolo out to centre-half forward. As Robertson's back into the ruck for Chelsea. Cochrane again, he's dominating these tap downs. Now Brett Wright gets a kick onto his right boot. He's looking out wide. That looks like Hart out there is onto the ground. Staging for the free and it's not paid. Play on, says the umpire. Now the switch comes across. Looking for Glenn Stewart, I should say. Almost took the mark. They jump into his back and Glenn Stewart will take the free kick. Centre half back. Howlett's free. And the kick finds him. Runs around. Kicking for Duff. Duff, can he trap it? O'Connor's on his tail. Duff picks it up, chips it to himself. Savage comes in to help.
Once again, ball's out of bounds. Centre wing. Boundary umpire Kemp throw the ball in. Cochrane and Richie. Richie gets the knock, doesn't go clear. Savage has it. He tries to evade around, can't do it. Willie Duff's in there. Cutler finally gets a kick away. Moulton's in there, he picks it up. He kicks long. No one there, but Eldridge takes it for Chelsea. Eldridge, centre wing. brings it, centres the ball. Moulton behind, takes it uncontested. He kicks long again, looking for Wright, and the experienced Wright positions himself well out in that wing, takes an easy mark. Kicks long, Smith's down there, and Bardoel. Umpire calls play on. It's Campbell. Over to Barnett. Umpire Thorpe said Barnett dropped the ball. And Peter Bardoel, from about 55 metres, looks for Smith, and Smith marks strong. He's probably 25 metres out, 45-degree angle, kicking towards the Carr Street end.
And a very reliable kick for goal, Smith. See Hart looking a little bit overweight there at on the half-forward flank. As Smith comes in. Oh, it's fading across the face. He's missed that one. Only one behind, so the margin is 2 points. The same margin that we had at quarter time as Edithvale Aspendale, 8-3-52. It'll be now 8-4-52, leading Chelsea 8 goals to 50. Kick coming out wide, and it's going to beat the players out of bounds about 70 metres around from the Aspendale goal, and we've played 25 minutes in this second quarter. Back into play it comes as Bardoel gets a little kick forward. It's loose there in front of the Chelsea goals. Good thump away there by Barnett. Handball comes out wide again to Campbell, and now Campbell down towards half forward for Chelsea into the wide open spaces. It's beaten all players out of bounds. As we see Edithvale Aspendale making another move, Troy Shannon's gone up onto the wing to pick up Hopgood.
It's going to be a clash between the two youngsters. Both of them are only 16 years of age. It's going to be a brilliant clash between those two.
Ball back into play. This is Cochrane. He's doing very well. Gets a tap down. Going in there was Conlon, but Chelsea dribbling the ball around the boundary line. Ritchie comes out, can't keep it into play. Chelsea that much closer to goal, 40 metres away. 26 minutes gone. As Chelsea makes a change, and Mullen's the player coming off the ground, and the player going on for Chelsea is Colin Ward.
Another change for Edithvale Aspendale. Greg Walker, very experienced player for Edithvale Aspendale, coming on. And
Bruce Mullen off. There are plenty of changes in this first half as we see Graham Stewart with the ball. Goes high. Dyer, Ritchie in front. Cochrane behind. Which way's the umpire gone? He's gone for Cochrane. Strong mark. And now the switch is on looking for Wright. Savage is there. Diving attempt. Couldn't hold the mark. Overrunning it there was Howlett. Now the handball comes away to King. King goes towards Walker on the ground. Walker almost dragged it in with one hand. Recovers. Back to King. Chance for Bardoel. Close to the boundary line and finally out of bounds.
King's been in a few incidents today. He's playing it very hard. This is a grand final after all.
Martello. Robertson in there. Bardoel goes in. The ball's out of bounds again. Robertson, the big round arm, doesn't connect. Coming in is Walker. Chance for Bardoel. Bardoel taps it out. Now Bartholomew. Little kick off the boot. Cutler's there. Cutler grabs it, bleeding profusely from a cut to the chin. Kicks it back towards Howlett and Pratt. Pratt almost held it. Butters up nicely. Running around. Now he gets a handball back for Bartholomew. Bartholomew has a look. Squares it up. Plenty of flyers there. Colin over the back. Stewart to Cutler. Sinclair. Got a bit of space. Handball's off for Savage. And there's the siren. Half time in the Mornington Peninsula Nepean League, First Division Grand Final. 8 goals for Edithvale Aspendale, 52, leading Chelsea 8-2-50. Only 2 points in it as we go to the long break, and it's going to be a magnificent second half.
Thank you, Lon. Thank you, boys.
Yeah.
Who's it go to?
Richie gets the knockout. Right. Through, can't get the ball out. Roberts drives down to the forward line. Smith, he can't mark. Ball's knocked out. Knowles into the centre, and Cochrane takes yet another mark in the centre of the ground.
Looks as if he's hurt.
He's copped a knock there. Bit winded. Trainers coming from everywhere to assist him. Gets his kick away. Handball out by Stewart. Over to Campbell. He can't get it. Knocks it out. Cutler's there. He knocks it out again. Conlon puts boot to ball. And ball goes out in the full. Chelsea bring the ball back into play. Robertson, big mark over the back. He plays on. Kicks long to centre half forward. King's there. Juggling mark, not paid.
Oh, 3 juggles.
Tackle high to Walker, and he gets the kick. Bit stiff there.
Definitely stiff. I think it was the evener up by the looks of things.
Walker brings the ball back on the scoreboard wing. Campbell flies high. Roberts, ball beats him over the boundary line. On the scoreboard side of the ground, centre wing. Looks like Cochrane in a bit of pain, centre of the ground. Boundary umpire Madley throws the ball in. Martello and Ritchie. Martello gets the knock. Wright takes it off the pack. He tries to bury his way through, and he's caught. Good tackle by Giggins.
Yes, umpire thought was in the right position then, that's for sure.
Giggins brings the ball down. One-handed by Dale Moulton. That's the experience of Moulton. Marking over the top of Robertson. Moulton kick long towards the centre half forward area. Ricky Hart's there. He takes it. Handball's on. Ted Turner drives the ball into the forward line looking for Bardoel. And Bardoel's made good position. Umpire Thorpe's paid the mark.
Actually, that's good play then. Direct right down the centre of the ground, and that was a very good passage of play.
Bardoel, about 30 metres out from goal. Slight angle. The angle doesn't worry him, and that's first goal of the quarter. Edithvale Aspendale 9-4, leading Chelsea 8-2. So he doesn't have talking between because
Cut?
yeah, no, I don't want to get cut out. Cut it out later.
Oh,
Anyway.
right.
No. Edit it together.
Who does it go to? Is this for the league, for the club?
It'll go to the clubs, but also go on television at some stage or other.
Oh, right. Yeah, big.
You want to try it?
Yeah, right. Bounce down, up goes Ritchie, won by Cochrane this time, straight down to Bartholomew, kicks down to centre half forward. Unfortunately, it's marked by Knowles of Chelsea at centre half back. He plays on, handballs to Barnett. Barnett kicks a wobbly old left foot, and it'll go out of bounds on the grandstand flank by the looks of things.
Ball's beaten. Shannon over the boundary line.
It was pretty fierce in that first 2 quarters, but it's gone. The sting's gone out of the game a little bit. In goes Glenn Stewart. It's knocked off the ball. It's scraggy at the moment. Out comes no. The umpire in this case will ball it up. No, it's a decision. Neil McBurney's given it to Reece Conlon by the looks of things, and he'll take the free on the grandstand wing. One side. Tapped over by Tim Smith, right in the goal square to Peter Bardoel, but he's missed on the left foot, and it's through for a single to Edithvale Aspendale.
Good pressure by the Chelsea defenders. Bardoel had the break,
Yes, he
and
was
the
well
Chelsea
within the
players
screen.
continue to pressure.
Barnett now kicks off to the grandstand wing, and it's marked on the 50-metre long by Silver Sinclair, who in turn puts it down, but it's out in the full.
Good duel out in that wing between Pratt and Howlett.
Yes, Pratty played on the scoreboard wing for the first 2 quarters, but he's been changed over at the moment. He in turn has passed it down to Peter Bardoel, who's marked on about the 40 metre line. He's lining up now for goal. And he's made no mistake. That takes Edithvale on to 10-5 to Chelsea 8 goals 2.
And you're watching the Mpnfl Grand Final on MPTV.
One of those 10 or 11 goal quarters for the Aspendale to stitch up the game. All year, they play well for 3 quarters, but 1 quarter I just can't beat them. Umpire Thorpe. He bounces down. Ritchie gets the knock. Can't got away clearly. Roberts has it now. Hooks onto her right foot, comes out to the scoreboard flank. Knowles over to Eldridge. Short pass into Sinclair. Sinclair takes it out to the grandstand flank, looking for Savage. He can't take it. He knocks it on though to Hopgood. Hopgood out there on his own, dodges around Turner well. Kicks it in. There's a mark to King in defence.
Just in break there, Stuart Cochrane's come off the ground and Mullins is back on.
Out to Craig Dale, he brings it again out to the scoreboard side of the ground. Shannon. The ball taken away by Roberts.
Ooh.
Tackled high by Knowles. The ball's played on through Bartholomew. Looking again for Bardoel. Can't take it. Bardoel's now got it. High tackle missed. Knock on by Mullen of Edithvale Aspendale. Now Mullen of Chelsea takes it. And Knowles for Chelsea takes the mark. Knowles kicks down towards the centre. Flyer is Robertson from behind.
Another strong mark. He's in form at the moment.
He goes out, looking for Hopgood. Doesn't get it for being too high. Madolo, he's down the ground. Throws onto the left foot. Chelsea player can't take the mark there. Turner's overrun it. Tackled by Smith. Turner handballs on, looking for Tim Smith. He'll run in now on the right foot. No one in home, but offline and 1 point. Edithvale Aspendale 10-6. Leading Chelsea 8-2. Played 5 minutes in this third quarter of the Mpnfl Division 1 Grand Final. Chelsea bring the ball back in via the scoreboard side. Howlett over the top, can't take it. Comes out to Shannon, throws on left foot, doesn't clear it. Ritchie's in there. Ball still can't come out and umpire Thorpe says, I'll have it.
Edithvale made a couple of changes here after half-time. They've swung Peter Bardoel to full forward and brought out Madolo to centre half forward. And it's worked so far. Bartholomew clears the pack now, puts in a clever left foot over to Madolo, who marks about 45 metres out on that grandstand flank.
Bardoel allowed to run loose on that forward line. A damaging player if Chelsea let him get away.
Madolo goals, it's another goal. He's been a top player for them all day. It's about his 4th goal at least, I think. The move's been a good move by Kenny Little at this stage.
Certainly plenty of opportunities up forward. For Edithvale Aspendale, Madolo moves around well. Bardoel, good strong mark, leads well. Martello, he'll fade back there. He's in the ruck at the moment against Ritchie with Cochrane off the ground. Martello gets the knock, can't take it away. Ball's knocked out by Ritchie. Savage, captain of Chelsea's, keeping the ball in front of him, playing it on. He's knocked off the ball by Moulton. He's on it now. He taps out to Roberts. Roberts picks it up. He's tackled. Can't take it cleanly. He's still going. Willie Duff has it now. Out to Ritchie. He handballs on to Sinclair. Sinclair, just outside the square, running into 50. Boots forward to goal. He's going to land in the square. And now goal umpire says it's hit the post. Great play by Sinclair there. Used the dash he has. Come through the centre into the 50-metre mark. Put it into an open square, but unfortunately offline. Craig Dale brings the ball back to the scoreboard side. Brett Wright punches away.
Sinclair's been a great player for them all day so far. He's given a lot of creative moves.
Another change for Chelsea. Andrew Mullen is off and Colin Ward coming on.
Robertson taps it out, but Bartholomew's quick to pounce on it, and he drives the ball forward down where it goes out of bounds, right in front of the grandstand, out scoreboard.
Looks like Ward has come on and is picking up Tim Smith. Dangerous forward line down there with Bardoel and Smith. Umpire Madley throws the ball in. Martello gets a big knock on, looking for Madolo. Knowles can't get it away. Kicked off by ground by Hart. He's in there. Knocks it on again. Giggins gets it. Brought forward by Knowles. Hopgood leading the race. Can't beat the ball over the boundary line, and there'll be a throw in front of the grandstand on Edithvale Aspendale's half-forward flank. Ball's thrown in. Martello, Smith and Ritchie. Cutler gets the ball on. Sinclair on the left foot to Walker and Moulton. Moulton handballs onto Walker. Walker onto a left foot. Finds Conlon. Conlon, he runs round. He's running the long way home, looking for King. He can't take it. Here's Barnett. Campbell. Onto Sinclair. Sinclair onto Glenn Stewart. Here's Hopgood. He'll shoot from 20. And that's a goal to Hopgood. It's the goal that Chelsea needed. Chelsea 9-3, trailing Edithvale Aspendale 11-6, 72.
Okay.
Yeah, so don't just left the cord.
Yeah, right.
I think.
No, I'll give you
Yeah, like the old Tony Charlton day. What's his name? Sandy Roberts.
Yeah, right.
Billy onto Fred.
Yeah. Neil McBurney bounces down. It's won cleanly this time by Aaron Martello. Knocks it down to centre half forward. Conlon pounces on the ball and delivers it down forward. It's bouncing at the moment towards goal, and it's just been rushed through for a point. It was quick play out of the centre then by Edithvale. Barnett to bring the ball back into play. He kicks a short kick over to Graham Stewart, who's elusive now, bounces once. Delivers the ball to the flank. It's hit the ground again where Paul Madolo's pounced on it. Ricky Hart's got the ball. Handballs it. There's trouble at Scraggy, but Robert Knowles gets his kick. Where Michael Ritchie takes a good mark.
Ritchie's got to take more marks around the ground.
He does. Robert Walker. Greg Walker has marked the ball at half-back. He plays on now. Delivers a left foot right into Bruce Mullins. He's been tackled. It's off the ground now. In the centre of the ground, Reece Conlon has got the ball. He's delivered, but here it is. Giggins pounces on the ball. Handballs over to Hopgood. He's been a good player, Hopgood. He's kicked 2 goals. Handballs it again inboard. But there's too many numbers for the Edithvale side, and they clear through Aaron Martello. Right on the half-forward flank where Bartholomew marks, and it's right over to Bardoel, and he runs into an open goal. Good play, Edithvale.
Great play by Edithvale Aspendale, but poor defence by the Chelsea side. They can't afford to let players like Bardoel and Martello and Smith run loose. They're very damaging players. They're good marks, they run well, and just can't afford to be let loose.
That's right. Foster comes onto the ground now in place of Glenn Stewart. Foster's first run.
Martello's put a bit of life back into the Edithvale Aspendale centre, Jules. Got a big spring on him. And Dave Robinson, he's going to take him over. He's rucked well so far. He and Ritchie are changing at the centre half forward area. Umpire McBurney in control. Ball goes down. Martello gets the best of the bounce. Pratt, he can't pick it up. Finally knocks it out. Walker. Ball's not clear. Hopgood again. handballs over, finds Robertson. He'll put the ball in long into the square. Craig Dale's the only one there.
Oh.
He overruns the ball, recovers well. Handballs out to Moulton. Moulton onto King. King clears with big left foot. Sinclair overruns it. Ball knocked on by Walker. Giggins. No, that's Barnett. Back to Barnett. Over to Graham Stewart. Out to Eldridge. Willie Duff takes it. Ball punched clear. Here's Howlett. A dribbler. Cutler can't take it. Robertson. Umpire Thorpe says no one can get it out, so I'll have it. Coming up to the 15-minute mark of this third quarter, Chelsea's half-forward line. Robertson and Martello to do battle. Ball goes down. Robertson gets the knock. Shannon gets the kick out. Campbell taps the ball on. Duff's in there. He'll throw onto the right foot. Dyer's in there. Can't take the mark. Dale's under the pack. Well battled down there and about 10 metres out of the 15 metres out of Chelsea's goal line.
Great effort by Dyer then, because he's got a severe cut over that right eye, and I think he would have had the best part of a dozen stitches at half time, and he's been very courageous to come back.
Looks like King is down for Edithvale Aspendale. He's been a lively player in the first half. Ball's bounced down. Ritchie takes it out of the air, tries to get a boot to it, can't do so. Ball's cleared out by O'Connor, and it's out of bounds on the Chelsea's half-forward line, Carr Street end.
King's given a lot so far. He's given it, he's taken it, and he's so far he's had the best part of Savage. It's a throw in now. Ritchie's taken the ball, knocks a cleverly down in Cutler, and he puts it, unfortunately, out of bounds on the full in the back pocket for Edithvale.
Been a good duel between Dyer and Dale in that forward line.
Yes, it's been even all day there. High flyers wanted there at centre half forward. It's handball on at this stage to Edithvale to right. He gets his kick up to centre half forward, where it's marked strongly by Paul Modolo. He handballs it off to Mullins. Mullins again off to Tim Smith. Smith in control of the football at the moment. Handballs it out wide to Ashley Roberts. Young Shannon taps it on, but unfortunately it's out of bounds in Edithvale's forward pocket.
Boundary umpire Madley to throw in. Bardoel will contest with Robertson. Smith comes in from the front, tries to grab it out of the air. Bardoel gets boot to ball, puts it into the Edithvale Aspendale square. Can't take it through, and the ball's rushed through for one behind to Edithvale Aspendale. 79 to 57, the 17-minute mark of the third quarter. Division 1 Grand Final.
Barnett brings it now over towards Knowles. It's knocked down to ground. Edithvale are in control of the ball. Aaron Martell low kicks a long one. Unfortunately, once again, I think it's out of bounds in their forward pocket. Barnett with the ball. He's going to kick across goals by look, a very dangerous move. It's come off this time, and Campbell marked right in the goal square. Campbell plays on now, kicks a long one down towards the wing. He's looking for Robertson. Doesn't let him down either. He takes another strong mark for this quarter. Plays on now, in through the centre of the ground. He's looking for Ritchie, and he brings it to ground. Umpire Thorpe runs in and prepares to bounce for the ball.
Ritchie's got to hold those ones for Chelsea to come back into this game.
Yes, he does. I think he's been beaten really in the ruck all day, but he needs to take some marks to give them a bit of a lift, Chelsea. Sinclair pounces on the loose ball at the moment, delivers the left foot down towards their half-forward flank. Out streaks Foster, who's straight on the ground, but it comes over to Cutler. Cutler puts a pass over towards Dyer. It's a two-out contest, but Dale is equal to the task on this occasion. And once again he clears with his great strong play and hits Ashley Roberts right on the chest. Roberts now handballs over to young Shannon. Shannon is in a bit of trouble here, and it's been rushed out of bounds.
Very cool defender, Craig Dale. Experienced, knows what to do in a crisis.
Yes, he was strong, strong then. Over she comes, Aaron Martello once again, but it's won by Robertson. Young Wacker Walker pounces on the ball, delivers it up to the centre of the ground. It's a loose ball. There's 3 here for Edithvale, and it's kicked by Madolo straight up towards Tim Smith on the half-forward flank, who absolutely balks beautifully, clear, but has kicked a point by the looks. It was
Very
good.
clever play by Smith.
It's Smith at his
Casually
best.
took the mark, faded the dummy, and then took off, and unfortunately didn't cap it off with the goal.
Barnett now kicks to himself on the kick-off line, but unfortunately McBurney's pulled him up here.
New ruling on that, the ball must be kicked clear 2 metres, and obviously umpire McBurney said it didn't travel far enough.
Fair
Always
enough.
risky.
Fair enough. He bounces right on the 10-yard square. It's loose ball. Edithvale in possession. It's they're diving
Right on the
everywhere
bottom
at
of
the
the
moment.
pack.
It's about 1 metre out from Edithvale's goal here, and McBurney will take it again for another bounce down. No, he elects to throw it up on this occasion. It is scraggly down there, but he's plucked one out to a Chelsea defender, and it looks like Graham Stewart will get the kick.
I think
He
that was just a
passes it off.
clearing free kick on that one.
Yes, over to Duff. Duff now clears down towards half-back for Chelsea. There's another free kick here to Richard Howlett at half-back for Chelsea. He brings it down the along the wing in front of the grandstand. And there's Edithvale defenders quite content to punch it out of bounds. Right under the clock on the grandstand side. Umpire brings it into play again. It's knocked out this time by Ritchie down to his rover. And there he is, Dale Moulton, ever reliable. He's been a rock down there in defence for him all day. He's over to Bartholomew. Bartholomew passes lovely to Walker. Walker now through the centre of the ground. A left foot pass, but unfortunately it hits young Rod Cutler right on the chest.
Cutler, just not quite at centre half back for Chelsea. Short passes over to Richard Howlett. Howlett, he handballs on again to Cutler. Cutler moves the ball forward. Just onside 50 for Chelsea, but Dale Moulton takes it. He handballs over to Bartholomew. Bartholomew on to Craig Dale. Long kick towards their half-forward line. Madolo can't mark it. Wright's in there. No intention of going for the ball. Umpire McBurney saw that, and Dave Robertson will take a free kick. At the 21-minute mark of this third quarter, Robertson drives the ball towards the scoreboard side. Ritchie, not penalised there. Moulton handballs over to Roberts. Roberts, he'll go inboard to Shannon, over his head.
Oh.
Mullen can't take it. Cutler's in there.
Eldridge over the ball. He's made no
Aldridge said he didn't do enough, said umpire McBurney. Hart, left footer, looking in for Bardoel. Perfect lead, perfect pass, and Bardoel's really carving up the Chelsea backman. Comes in from 50. Straight and true. Smith shepherds, but it doesn't need it, it's a goal.
You're watching the Mpnfl Grand Finals on MPTV.
That's a handy 5-goal lead at this stage in the Premiership quarter, of course, in the grand final here today at Frankston VFA. Umpire Thorpe ready to put it down. It's taken out of the ruck by Aaron Martello. He taps it on to Ricky Hart, who gets his left foot down into their forward line for Edithvale. Mullins comes out to meet the ball. He's over the top. Play on's the call. Chelsea pounce on it through Sinclair. But umpire Thorpe's awarded a free kick, this time to Tony Pratt, the Edithvale wingman. It's been, as you said, it's been a great contest out there between Pratt and Howlett. It's driven down by Pratt into their forward line. Bartholomew rows it beautifully off the pack. Has a quick snap at goal and puts it right through the centre. They're alight at the moment, Edithvale, and they look every part premiers.
It's 1989 EV Shade medalist Bartholomew. He's had a brilliant career, and this year has been superb. He's clearly the league's leading player. Also won the Ideal Plaster Player of the Year award, and the best thing that could happen for him is to cap it off with a premiership. Back in the centre now. Umpire McBurney to take control. Martello, he's getting over the top of Richie. Richie's favoured by the bounce.
Conlon knocks it out this time to Brett Wright. Gets a quick kick. But it's marked strongly in this case by Robert Knowles. He plays on now. Doesn't know what to do. He's faked the handball. And he's run straight through to centre half forward for Chelsea. He's looking for Dyer, who's been moved out by this stage to centre half forward. Edithvale clear quickly through Bartholomew. And it's Graham Stewart at this stage who marks for Chelsea. Plays on through Duff out to the wing, where it's a good contest. Ashley Roberts picks up the ball for Edithvale on his left foot. Fakes one. He's in a bit of trouble. Bounces. Gets clear. And forces the ball up towards Edithvale's forward line. Richie handballs inboard to Cutler. Cutler gets a bit of a scrubber towards the centre of the ground, where Aaron Martello mops up handballs to Mullins. Mullins straight kick, straight play, which is a good play, and it hits Bardoel right on the chest. He's about 40, 45 metres out. Once again, he'll line up for goal. It's looking every part of goal, and it's another one to Bardoel for the quarter, and Edithvale are on fire. Chelsea
The Eagles forwards are certainly looking for Bardoel, and he's giving them every opportunity down there.
It's been a good move, as I say before, to bring Modolo out to centre half forward, and Bardoel right on that forward line. It's paid dividends for Ken Little. Chelsea don't seem to have enough good defenders at this stage. They've moved them round here and there, but they just can't cover them all. Down it goes again. Run again by Martello. Shark by Sinclair, who drives it down to centre half forward, where King has been a grand defender all day. Over the ball, he handballs out to Walker. It's a scrag. Dash of Moulton. He might have lost a bit of dash, but he's been ever reliable today. Over to O'Connor. O'Connor now down into the forward line once again for Edithvale. And it's a two-out contest where Modolo's over the ball. He hasn't got any helpers at this stage, and Eldridge clears with a handball to Barnett. Barnett puts in a long one out towards their wingman Howlett. Richie handballs down in front of Duff. Duff gets his quick kick away down towards the half-forward flank, where it'll go out of bounds.
I think Graham Savage has got to do a bit more down there for Chelsea. He's been kept pretty quiet by King.
King's been a great player all day. He didn't play in the final series last year. He wasn't had a bit of a patch there where he wasn't favoured by King a little, but he's come into his own today.
Moulton brings the ball out via Dale. He spills the mark. King, we were just talking about him, gets on left footer into Mullen. Mullen over the running Dale, showing dash for a man of his size. This time Chelsea defender in front, and being in front deserves to get that free kick.
There's a stays Aitchison there, full back at this stage.
Aitchison brings it out to the grandstand side. Willie Duff's in front there, gets the kick away, looking for Howlett. Spills the mark, kicks it on off the ground. Stewart's in there, he can't clear it away. Teddy Turner gets the ball out. It's Duff. Pratt takes it now, he's tackled by Sinclair. Ball heading towards that half-forward line. Chelsea has it now. It's Sinclair. Bringing it into their forward line. Savage can't take it. Very scrambly now. Shannon. He's on the bottom of the pack. And the umpires will ball it up. Umpire McBurney is going to throw it up. The ground's a bit wet there. Martello in front, gets the knock. Tapped away by Hopgood. Umpire Thorpe said it was a throw. That's three-quarter time in the 1989 Division 1 Mpnfl Grand Final with the scores at three-quarter time. Edithvale Aspendale 15-9-99, leading Chelsea 9-3-57. For the start of the final quarter in the 1989 Division 1 Grand Final, Martello and Ritchie. Ritchie gets the knock for Chelsea. Ball comes out. Ritchie follows on with the left foot out towards Duff. He can't break away from O'Connor. Does so now. He'll put the ball onto his right foot, but he's run down by Pratt. No free kick paid. Cutler's got it. He's thrown the ball onto the right foot. That's a goal. That's the goal that Chelsea needed at this stage of the quarter.
Well, within the first 30 seconds of play, yes, if they're going to be back in it, they need a quick one to get them going like that.
It was a good knock by Ritchie. He was able to get the ball out of the centre, and he's going to have to do that a lot more. Savage, he's been moved down to full forward. They've brought Jeff Dyer up to centre half forward, provided a bit more activity on that forward line.
Yes, that's a feather in Craig King's cap, of course. He's gone with him down to full back at this stage. Thorpe bounces down again. It favours Ritchie again. He handballs it out to Sinclair. They're alight, Chelsea. Sinclair puts a bit of a bomb right down to full forward. It's run out loose at the moment, right in Chelsea's forward pocket. Walker for Edithvale takes it and kicks a small one over to King. King marks and is steady there at between the back pocket and flank for Edithvale. He drives it down towards the wing. Up they fly. It's a loose ball on the ground. It's handball out by Roberts. It's cleared by Edithvale towards their wing. Barnett's in front. It comes to ground at this stage. Players dive on it, but to no avail, and McBurney comes in at this stage to call another bounce down. He's thrown it up in the air in this case. Martello wins the ball out, but it'll be Sinclair who wins the ball. He drives it down towards their half-forward line, and out comes Andy Mullins, who is now playing in defence. He's been in attack, he's been terrible in defence all day, but he's been moved down to that forward line. Out comes Savage. He's been tackled quickly. Tony Pratt clears once again for Edithvale, but only to his opposition number in Richard Howlett, who marks strongly on the wing. Howlett now drives it down towards centre half forward. But there he is, the Rock of Gibraltar at this stage. Dale Moulton marks strongly at centre half back again and clears strongly and long once again towards Edithvale's wing. It's marked by Gary Barnett at this stage. Barnett now plays on, kicks long, very long into centre half forward for Chelsea, where it's marked by Andy Mullins. Mullins only about 30 metres out, dead in front just about. And this might be a move that might pays off for Chelsea too.
A lot more activity down there now with Dyer moving around, Howlett, Mullen, he's prepared to put in. This could give Chelsea a chance to get back into this game. They're trailing 99-63. We're in about 2 minutes into this final quarter. Mullen kicking to the bay end. Umpire moves a little and moves too much, says it's one behind.
Yes, he had a big chance then to bring Chelsea right back into the game. He hasn't had a very good day, Andy Mullins. He's been off, been benched there for a while, but is back on the ground now. And that could have been his chance to get himself and Chelsea right back into the game. Craig Dale brings the ball straight down through centre half back, looking for Reece Conlon, who doesn't let him down. He marks and clears out towards the wing, looking for Brett Wright. Brett Wright sticks his hands up, but it comes to ground. Graham Stewart, clears for Chelsea up towards the centre half forward line. Ball hits the ground. Edithvale player over the ball, but not making enough contact to get it clear, and umpire Thorpe awards young Willie Duff a free kick.
It's a good lead out there by Chelsea.
Yes, it's Andy Mullins once again, who's taken his third mark in as many minutes on the Chelsea forward line. He's on a slight angle, only about 30 yards out, and certainly should make amends for his last kick.
But if Aspendale to make a change, Mick Sullivan coming on.
And Peter O'Connor going off. Mullins now. Unfortunately, his kicking has let him down. It's another point.
Could be two valuable misses for the Chelsea side.
Yes.
They need goals to get back into this game.
at this stage. Last quarter grand final, every goal is required, and for Chelsea to get back into it, they certainly needed those 2 goals.
Ball comes out to the scoreboard side, just kept in, and umpire David Kemp will throw in. We're about 4 minutes into the final quarter. Ball comes in, Martello gets the knock, comes down to Bartholomew. Bartholomew into the centre, and Michael Ritchie takes a mark. He's lifted in the second half, kicks into centre half forward, looking for Dyer. He can't take it. Foster's in there. Ball comes out to Turner. He gets it out to Walker. Smith. Could have been off. The umpire said no. Brings the ball into the centre. Looking for a lead. Stacks on the mill. And umpire McBurney will bounce it down. Just into the 5-minute mark. Chelsea 10-5 trailing Edithvale Aspendale 15-9. Ritchie gets the knock. Taken away by Sinclair. Over to Campbell. Moulton flies. Can't get it. Comes out by Turner.
Well, Mick Sullivan on the bottom of that pack once again. He's been off for a quarter and a half at least. I think he's had a severe whack on the head. He might even had a stitch or 2.
Severe tackle by Howlett.
Yes, he's been claimed once again, but he's bounced back up now.
Howlett not looking too fit either. Umpire Thorpe to bounce the ball. Martello and Mullen. Overrun by Dale, but here's Cutler. Cutler run into goal. Wrong side of the post, and that's 3 valuable misses in the first 5 minutes of this quarter, missed by the Chelsea side. They've got to make most of their opportunities to get back into this game.
Yes, it's been 3 let-offs for Edithvale, really. Chelsea should have been right back in this.
Brought out now by Dale, looking for Pratt. He can't take it. Graham Stewart, he's tackled. Bartholomew, onto the left foot. Howlett's collected by his own runner. Ball's taken away by Turner. He runs through the centre. Kicks long. Hart can't take it. Now it's Madolo. He's at 50. Takes a bounce. Handball's over. Smith's there. He handballs over to Bardoel on his own in the square. And that's another goal. Smith down behind play. But that's another goal to Chelsea. To Edithvale Aspendale. Richard Howlett took a knock behind play. Ran into his own runner, or trainer. But he's okay now.
Yes, they can't take a trick at this stage, Chelsea.
Edithvale Aspendale 16-9, leading Chelsea 10-9 or 10-10.
Glenn Stewart ready on the boundary line to take Howlett's place, but I don't think he'll be required at this stage. Mark Thorpe bounces down once again. It's won by Martello, who gets a nice clean hit over towards Reece Conlon, who sockets it off the ground. Chelsea defence is equal to the task. They punch it clear. Edithvale have possession again through Mick Bartholomew, who drives it long, straight down to the ground, but unfortunately it's only 1 point on this occasion.
Bit of a let-off there for Chelsea. Ball comes back into play through Aitchison. Conlon's in front and takes a good mark. About 60 metres from goal. Goes for the grandstand side. Finds Bartholomew.
Yes, he's picked his game up, Mick Bartholomew, after half-time. He's been most prolific kick getter.
Centres the ball looking for Bardoel. Ball's punched away. Here's Sinclair. It's over to Ritchie. He gets it away. Brought out to the grandstand side. And that's
Hopgood, I think.
Yeah. Walker behind and takes a good, strong defensive mark in front of Dyer. Walker will keep it on that side. Looking for Turner. No, Bartholomew. Bartholomew plays on. Oh, strong mark to Edithvale Aspendale.
Ricky Hart.
Very much an opportunist. Give him a chance and he'll kick goals. Looking for the 17th goal for Edithvale Aspendale. Just on 10 minutes. Final quarter of the Division 1 Grand Final. Ball short. No mark taken. Madolo's in front. He can't get rid of it. And the umpire, Thorpe, says that he didn't dispose of it and was well tackled. Giggins. He goes across goal. Switches. Sinclair takes it. Takes a bounce. No one within Cooey. Kicks now into the centre. Looking for Foster. Foster's got it. He goes on to Cutler. Cutler. Handball straight into Moulton, but Foster follows up. He still can't pick it up. Turner's in there. He gets it out to right. Hopgood centres it into Ritchie. Ritchie marks. And is met solidly by Wright. Ritchie will put the ball forward, looking for Dyer. But Howlett's in there. Moulton takes it in front, comes out to Bartholomew. He takes 2 bounces. Puts it in, looking for Smith. He taps on brilliantly, over to Madolo. Madolo onto the left foot, centres it. But offline, and only 1 point results.
It was a good passage of play, all right, from Edithvale at that stage. But Moulton has been a rock of Gibraltar down there at centre-half back. He's turned many a tide out. Chelsea have got the ball through Sinclair, who will take it into the centre of their ground. But it's Teddy Turner who takes a strong mark and walks back to the centre. Plays out through the flank. He's looking for Bardoel, and he doesn't let him down either, one-handed. Strong mark.
Looking for 50 metres there.
Yes, but McBurney doesn't come into that. So the 10-minute mark in the last quarter of the grand final. Plays it long down to full forward. Chelsea are there in defence, mop up through Cutler. It looks like he comes wide through the half-back flank looking for Foster, but he's outnumbered on this occasion, 2-1. Bartholomew picks up the ball and delivers into the centre to Bruce Mullins. Mullins got all day. He just drives it long, straight down towards the square. High flyers wanted. Chelsea are at the ball. It's 4-1. All of a sudden, Hart's arrived on the scene. He goes to ground. Play becomes scrambly, and Thorpe, he's plucked one here for Edithvale.
It's like Hart coming up the bottom of the pack.
Yes, it's Ricky Hart, all right, and victory will be sweet for Ricky tonight by the looks of things. He was, of course, an ex-Chelsea player who went down to second division at that stage through to Edithvale, and he's played in the premiership side, runners up last year, and here he bobs up again today. Wait on the goal umpire. Unfortunately, it's a point on this occasion to Ricky Hart. But that takes Edithvale further into the lead, of course. 108-66. Ward brings the ball back in. No, it's Aitchison brings back the ball to Foster, who marks at centre-half back. He handballs now over to Barnett. Barnett on the run. Puts it right in front of Dyer, who marks strongly on the half-forward flank. He plays on now, Dyer. Bounces once. Bounces twice. Unfortunately, it was right in the mud patch and the ball stuck. But here he is. Dasher Moulton picks up and clears the ball once again. Connellan takes a mark. Handballs over to Turner. Turner now plays on and finds Ricky Hart on that flank. Hart now on his left foot. Heads in towards the centre of the ground looking for Aaron Martello, who drops the ball. Let's play on at this stage. Connellan mops up for him. Connellan handballs over to Mick Sullivan. Mick Sullivan on the left, right in front of Tim Smith. Tim Smith balks beautifully once, twice. Gets his kick in towards the forward line where Hart's there. Hart's on the ball. Handballs quickly over to Madolo. Madolo on the left on the pocket. Snaps it in towards Bardoel, who's missed the mark. He doesn't miss too many of those. He's played on round the Chelsea opponent and run right into the open goal in the square. And it's another goal to Edithvale, sending them further ahead in to 114-66.
And you're watching the Mpnfl Grand Final on MPTV.
Chelsea defenders not to be seen down there. They're all waiting back on that 50-metre line, and Bardoel was able to run in with ease into that goal.
Yes, there's a quick balk on Aitchison there, and he left no doubt, put it right through. Back in the centre now.
Ritchie to take the the knock for Chelsea. Martello for Edithvale Aspendale. Martello gets a big knock away. Shannon's running onto it. It's tapped out to Conlon. Conlon puts it in long, looking for Bardoel. Smith's taken it off the pack. And that's another goal to Edithvale Aspendale. 18-12, 120. Leading Chelsea 10-9, or 10-6, 66.
Aaron Martello in complete control in that centre of the ground. He played in the ruck in their last premiership side, and it's paid off again today. He's a key position player, can play anywhere, but when it comes to the big ones, the ruck suits him.
Umpire Thorpe to take it now. Martello and Ritchie again. It's a good bounce. Martello gets the knock. Sinclair taps away. Tackle high by Pratt. Pratt gets the kick. Richard Howlett coming off. Sullivan goes around the scoreboard side on left foot. Bardoel gets a nudge, not paid. That's out of bounds on the full. Mandolo will take it. Centres the ball. Looking for Bardoel. He's not there. Smith can't get it away. Very scrambly in the square. Umpire Thorpe says, I'll have it.
Well, a very tired Richard Howlett leaves the ground. He's tried his darndest today, and Glenn Stewart's back on the ground. Not looking the best, young Richard Howlett at all.
Taking a few knocks. Ritchie takes it out of the back line for Chelsea. Out to Campbell. Campbell, he's held. And we'll get the free kick. Plays on now. Centres the ball. Mullen to the back again. Set a good last quarter. Out to Foster. Foster will put it into Dyer. Can't take it. King. Duff has it. Sullivan clears with a rush kick.
Conlon now brings out a left foot, perfect pass right into Mandolo. Mandolo takes a nice clean mark and plays on now through Conlon once again, and gives it to him. Conlon, beautiful pass once again out in front of Aaron Martello, but unfortunately spills the mark, and it goes out of bounds in Edithvale's half-forward flank. Back into play. Smith taps it across to Bartholomew. Bartholomew taps it forward, but Chelsea defenders are quick to pounce on the ball, and unfortunately it's been cleared, and out comes Ashley Roberts, who puts a tall kick down towards the forward line, but Robert Knowles marks in defence for Chelsea. He puts a short one in to Michael Ritchie. Ritchie now plays on through the centre of the ground, looking for forwards, but here's that man again, buddy Moulton again. He's been everywhere. Kicks a long left foot down to the centre half forward line again, and Smith goes for the mark. Michael Ritchie clears with a handball over to Sinclair. Sinclair now with a short kick towards Mullins. Mullins doesn't let him down and takes a nice mark right on the boundary line.
Spectator spilling out on the ground with a nasty brawl in front of the crowd. Glenn Stewart, however, he takes it away, drives it down to the forward line, looking for Stewart. He's out of form, can't take the mark. Taps out now. Moulton, he kicks long. Martello can't take it. Cutler's in there. Martello now gets it. He runs on, throws it out looking for Mandolo, finds him. Martello runs onto the ball again. Hart has it. The umpire, boundary umpire Kemp says, it's mine, I'll throw it in.
In it comes now. Mandolo goes for the ruckwork this time. He taps it down to Hart. Hart with his left foot up into the forward line. But it's Colin Ward, I think, who clears for Chelsea this time. Out towards Hopgood and Teddy Turner. Beats both players out out and goes out of bounds underneath that grandstand clock. Into play once again. It'll be Conlon who flies for the ruck this time. It's punched down towards Bartholomew. Bartholomew pounces on it and kicks it towards the forward pocket. And there's that man again, Bardoel. He takes another strong mark. I'd like to see his stats at the end of the day.
He's had a great game, really been a telling factor. He kicks on the left foot, can't find Shannon. Sinclair now has it. He dodges round Roberts, can't get away though. Smith's back onto it, onto a left foot, finds Conlon. Conlon, 45 metres out, very, very slight angle, if at all an angle. Looking to put the 19th goal on the board for Edithvale Aspendale. 19 minutes into the final quarter. He's gone short and found an unattended Tony Pratt sitting on his own about 15 metres out from goal. And Chelsea, their backbone has been broken. I think that they realise now it's beyond them. And the 1989 flag will be heading towards Edithvale Aspendale. Pratt's made sure of that one. And that's Edithvale Aspendale 19-12, leading Chelsea 10-6.
It's a luxury for Tony Pratt. He played full-back in the losing side last year. He made it known to Kenny Little that he didn't really like full-back, and Kenny Little's brought him up to the wing this year, and it's been another good move. Martello versus Ritchie. Down it goes again. Martello with another big knock straight down the ground to centre half forward. Madalo over his head to the running Hart. Hart handballs out in front of him. But Barnett's quick to pounce on it and clears through Chelsea. He hits Sinclair on the chest. Sinclair handballs hurriedly over to Graham Stewart. Stewart in turn over to Willie Duff. He's in trouble. He handballs again back to Stewart. Stewart bounces once. He's got an open paddock if he wants to. There's two. It doesn't bounce keenly for him. He handballs back to Cutler. Cutler's onto the ball and passes deep into the pocket to Mullins. Mullins handballs back to Cutler. Unfortunately, it was at his feet. It puts him under a lot of pressure. He's equal to the task. And Cutler puts it right down in the teeth of goal. But Craig King has been ever reliable down there again in front as he's played all day, and he marks strongly. He's just slowing down the play at this stage, as the sting has really gone out of the game. There's more sting in the crowd at this stage than there is in the game.
King brings the ball back now to the scoreboard side. Dale's there, but Ritchie over the top. He's worked hard for Chelsea.
He has, but he hasn't had really enough support. Different story, of course, if Chris Bull had have been fit and eligible to play.
Dyer, penalised downfield. And Martello will take it. He goes short to Shannon. Shannon, he plays on. Dodges around Hopgood. Goes out to Turner. Turner drives down now, looking out for Madolo. Madolo's leading in the race. Can't gather it in though. Still in control. Edithvale Aspendale, centre the ball now. And there's Aitchison taking a mark. Plays on with a handball. Bringing it back out to the scoreboard side of the ground. Sinclair makes a yard to take the mark. Torpedo into their half-forward line. But Craig Dale, been a great defender for the Eagles today. He goes into the centre, finding Conlon. Runs around Stewart. Kicks long, looking for
Madolo.
Madolo again. Madolo picks up now. He'll snap from the pocket. Offline, one behind.
That's a handy 10-goal, 1 lead at this stage. And it's all over bar the shouting, the same as yesterday's result with the YCW. The ball's in play again. Barnett quick to pounce on the ball. It's running loose at centre half forward for Edithvale. Bardoel's quick to pounce on it. He pounces on it all right and rams out a 30-metre handball to Bruce Mullins, who doesn't let him down and puts another one straight through the centre for Edithvale.
Goal number 20 on the board for Edithvale Aspendale. 24-minute mark of this final quarter, and they're doing it with ease now. They've got the spring in their legs. Chelsea are tiring. They can see that defeat has come their way. They've been gallant in defeat. Players such as Richie, he's been battling on all day. He's had Martello and Cochrane to defeat. Then he's had to do it all on his own.
Yes, they've run out of leads, Chelsea, in the second half. It was been a very even game up to half-time, where Edithvale let themselves down a bit, I felt, because they weren't running the ball cleanly. After half-time in that third quarter, they did, through Conlon and Bartholomew especially. But they started to move the ball around the ground, and that's where it's paid off.
Back in the centre now, umpire Thorpe. This time Richie gets the knock. Cutler kicks on. Dale running through. He'll use his weight and charges through. Runs in the centre, kicks long. Madolo will fly, can't take it. He knocks on again. Shannon's there. He'll dodge around. Hart has it. He trips over at the vital moment. Knowles is in there defending. He can't pick it up either. Bardoel's run over the top of. Shannon can't gain it. Very scrambly down in the pocket.
Still in play.
It's tapped out now. Come out through Barnett. Goes short, finds Duff. Looking for the handball, it's not on. Will have to kick. Goes in the centre to Richie, and Richie marks. He'll go out left to Sinclair. Sinclair onto Foster. He can't gather it cleanly. He does so now. Goes on the left foot. Finds Dyer in short at the 50-metre mark.
Sinclair's ever creative with that handball of his, and it was a perfect example there once again.
Damaging player in the first half for Dyer, but second half has been kept in check. Lining up now. Just starting into time on. Going for the drop punt. It's offline. And only 1 point results.
Yes, their kicking a goal certainly has let them down in this last quarter. They've been in the game for, well, the first half at least, when the pressure was really applied, but they've let themselves down in this latter part. Foster now pounces on the ball, and then he drives one right home, and that's a good goal for Chelsea, taking their score on to 11-7 to Edithvale's 20 goals 13.
And you're watching the Mpnfl Grand Final on MPTV.
Some of the punches down here.
The cost about 10 minutes to get there.
They run right across the ground.
Yeah. I had to. I mean, the people were spilling out onto the ground here. That's what I was worried about. I thought you blokes might have gone out and shouted me rises.
So it just started just up there. Umpire Thorpe now ready to bounce down at the 26-minute mark in the last quarter. It's an even bounce. Richie's in there. Gets it out to Cutler. Cutler on to Giggins. Giggins clears with the left foot down half-forward line. Bounces over O'Sullivan's head towards Glenn Stewart, but it's tapped out of bounds on Chelsea's half-forward flank. Time ticking away in this only seconds, minutes to remain. There's not much left in the game now.
Martello again gets another knockout. Duff has it. Can't clear the ball away. Scrambly play in there. The 50-metre mark. Chelsea's forward line. With time ticking away. We're at the 27-minute mark now. Ball goes down. Martello again knocks out. Bartholomew's in there. Gets a scrambling kick away. Turner. He goes onto the scoreboard flank. Mullen's out there. He can't take it. Ball comes out to Richie. He'll kick long. Looking for Dyer. Dyer's ball punched away from behind him, and the ball goes out on the left half forward flank for Chelsea, and time ticking away. Another throw in.
Moulton over the back of the pack, but it's taken by Duff.
Foster's in there, diving mark, can't get it, and that's the ball game. That's the 1989 Division 1 Premiership to the Edithvale Aspendale Football Club. Final scores, Edithvale Aspendale 20 goals 13 to Chelsea 11 goals 7, 73. And congratulations to Ken Little, Brett Wright and the boys from Edithvale Aspendale. But a good display by Chelsea. They knew they were going in there, the underdogs, and they worked really hard at it, but couldn't sustain it. There was just too much marking power to cover for Edithvale Aspendale. Cochrane dominated the first half until injured. Martello came in and took control. Bardoel and Smith were creating that many opportunities on the forward line. Defenders like Moulton, Dale, in defence, nothing was going to get past those. So a well-earned victory to the Edithvale Aspendale side. They've been the dominant team all year, lost only one game, that being to Chelsea in the latter part of the season, and now have the Premiership Cup in their possession.
Yes, bridesmaids last year, and they brought home the bacon this year and thoroughly deserve their win.
Looks like the league will be very happy with the crowd today. The weather's held off for the game. Things were looking rather threatening during the reserves game, and the crowd has come in, supported this game, and I think football on the Mornington Peninsula will be pretty healthy. Big crowd in yesterday for the Division 2 game, and Division 1, another big crowd. Edithvale Aspendale, I think, have worked very hard for this. Ken Little, he's the longest serving coach in the competition now. Was fortunate enough to pick up the 87 Division 2 Premiership, 88, as Mark said, bridesmaids, and this year have gone one step further to take the Premiership. Chelsea, though, gallant in defeat, and they will be back again next year, don't you worry about that.
Yes, it's good for once again for the league, because it just probably proves that relegation is working. Last year we see Pines, the first side, of course, to come up through second division to win the flag, and we've seen it this year with Edithvale, the second side, to do that from relegation, and that must be good from the league's point of view too, Russell.
Yep, that gives the clubs coming up, YCW, they'll be a side coming up next year. Hastings being relegated, and YCW will be looking to go at least for the final series, and then who knows, they could go on, and being a running side like Edithvale Aspendale could be the ones to challenge. But they're the premiers for 1989, can't be taken away from them. They've played good football in all season. Their second semi-final was a brilliant win, and they've carried it on again today to bring home this premiership.
Okay, and you've been watching the Mpnfl Grand Final, and we'll be signing off from Frankston.